Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Life on the Wrist. Hope you guys are doing well today. Antiques Roadshow really has a knack for finding very, very rare pieces. And so we're going to be looking at a video from quite a while ago, but I want to make sure that you guys have actually seen this because it really is a beautiful story to come by. We have looked at another watch related video from Antiques Roadshow where they looked at a Rolex Daytona. So you can check that out if you haven't seen that already. But we can dive into this watch. This is the appraisal of a 1960s GMT Master model Rolex with box and papers, all complete. I actually haven't watched this through, interestingly enough, even though it's a relatively old video. I've only watched like the first minute, so these are going to be pretty raw reactions. But I know, I already know from the first minute, this is an insane piece. So let's jump straight into this.
I brought my Rolex GMT Master that I bought 55 years ago.
Where did you get it?
I bought it in Germany, in Zweibrücken, at a PX when I was in the Army over there. I bought the watch just before I came back to stateside. My sergeant recommended that before I came back to the States, buy a Rolex watch.
Why did he do that, do you know?
Well, he thought that was the best watch ever made. And he said, make sure you get one before you go home, and this is the one I liked.
And had you heard of Rolex before that?
Not before that, no. I've never heard or seen one before. I just took his word that it was a great watch, and it is.
And do you still wear it?
I don't wear it very often now. It's kind of a keepsake now. I wear my cheap watch now, and this is my dress watch.
Well, I was very excited when you brought this up to the...
All right, actually, just 1 minute. I'm going to stop it right there really quickly. Okay, so first of all, it's really cool to hear an individual talk about watches. I think that's something that we all really love. The first thing I noticed about this watch, though, is it's super scratched up. It's definitely been worn, and I think this is something that vintage watch collectors are, you're either on one side or the other. Either you want it to be completely new, no scratches, very, very clean example of something, or you want it to show a little bit of age, and that age is what makes it really, really special. The bezel is fairly scratched up. The case itself is very scratched up, so I personally like seeing a little bit of age on watches, but I know that some of you vintage watch collectors are probably cringing right now about how scratched up this piece is. I also really am interested, it looks very interesting that the bezel itself really hasn't faded in color. You still have a very deep red and blue bezel, which is something that normally kind of ages a little bit. So I think this was taken care of fairly well. If you look at the dial itself, it's obviously a black dial, and it looks like the lume is still a luminescent material on the hour markers, and the hands are still in relatively good condition. Very, very plush. So looks fairly cool. Let's get back into it.
Table. As you know, it's a Rolex. It's a GMT Master model, but it's got some very special things about it. It is the first model GMT Master that was Rolex ever made.
I didn't know that.
It's a model 6542, which we have on the reference number on the paper here, on the box itself, on the edge of the box right here. We have the reference number of the watch. It's incredible that you've saved everything. Is there a reason why you saved all this paperwork? We usually don't see this.
I don't know. I'm just lucky, I guess.
It's a good watch collector.
Well, this watch is totally complete. You have the watch. I know you've replaced the original bracelet at some point. This is a replacement bracelet, but we do have the original bracelet here in the box, which is also dated that it was manufactured in the first quarter of 1960. And according to the papers of the watch, you purchased it in April of 1960.
Correct.
You have the original sales receipt right here. I noticed you bought two watches.
Yes.
We saw the other one. The other one wasn't as special as this one. What did you pay for this watch?
This watch, I paid the $120. The other watch, which had some gold to the bracelet, I bought from my dad, and I paid $104 for that.
Was that a lot of money back in 1960?
It was a lot of money.
Yeah?
My salary in the Army was just under $100 a month.
Okay, so that was over a month's salary.
Yes.
Do you know what this paper is right over here?
No.
Rolexes were sent to the observatory in Geneva to be certified as chronometers. And that is the original chronometer bulletin that if you look on the left-hand side of it, you'll see the numbers, and they actually time the watch to tell what timekeeping it kept, plus or minus how many seconds it lost. We also have the original brochure on the watch.
All right, hold on, 2:55. So, it makes me happy when I see history that's like this is history. This is a really obviously it's the first reference of this GMT Master, but it also is just it's incredible to think this went to the observatory to get a chronometer certified, and that there was some individual in 1960 that wrote those numbers on about how it was keeping time. I don't know, that there's something about that history that really just makes me really happy to see. The fact that he kept the paperwork itself is incredible. Like I said, he's a watch collector in the making, and it makes it so special when you see something like this. Yeah, we'll watch to the end.
Watch. Everything's complete. You have the original hang tags. I'm very pleased to tell you that this watch today at auction is a very collectible watch. Just the watch on its own merit would be worth today between $35,000 and $45,000. But this watch is worth much more because you saved the box and all the paperwork for it. Easily today, it's $65,000 to $75,000 in the market. Wow. Probably more than a month's pay in the military right now.
Wow. I had no idea. I'm speechless. If you would have told me 1,500, I would have been happy.
You know, when you watch these shows, a lot of the times you're like, oh, this might be staged or whatever, but it's when you see a reaction like that from someone who bought this watch, you know, when he was in the army, and now it's worth a lot more, like it kind of warms your heart to see. I think it's also like means more because he didn't know what he had. He didn't know that this watch was so incredible, and now he knows that it was a really great buy. And it just, you know, having someone so speechless about something that they've learned about, something they've had for so long, it makes me feel. Honestly, it makes me feel very happy to be a part of this hobby because you do have these types of things that can happen. I hope that you know, whatever he decided to do with this watch was the right choice, whether it was to keep it or to sell it. I don't know what his choice was, but I'm sure that he made the right decision for himself, and either way, like, he'll enjoy the watch or he'll have some money that he can enjoy himself. Yeah, this was a cool video, and I think his reaction made it all that much more special. I wonder if he did keep it. I wonder if he kept it or he sold it. I don't know if this reference has sold at auction or anything like that, but be cool to kind of follow up on that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll put a link in the description to the original video so you can check it out. Also, if you did not do it in the beginning of the video, be sure to hit that like button for us if you like these types of videos. If there are videos that you want us to react to, be sure to let us know in the comments. We can take a look at them and give you our thoughts on it. Also, if you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Or if you are a returning viewer, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed with those notifications turned on. And with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.